Students, welcome to another session of All Force e-learning program. Now in this session, we'll take up the applications of potential energy due to system of charges. Now let us talk about the potential energy due to system of charges, various system of charges. Well, before going to this, let's have a recall. I was telling you potential, electrical state of the body. Potential is defined as the amount of work done in moving a charge from infinity to the point in the field. Now potential, V is W by Q, potential difference, work done in moving a unit positive charge from one point to another point in the field. Delta V is W initial to final by Q naught, right? So potential V is W by Q naught. Potential difference is W initial to final by Q naught. Next, potential due to a point charge, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R due to a point charge. Well, potential due to many multiple charges, then the total potential is the algebraic sum of the individual potentials. Later we have found the potential due to, say, sphere, hollow sphere, charged conducting sphere, charged non-conducting sphere, right? Potential due to a dipole, so on and so forth. And later I defined potential energy. You know, potential energy is the amount of work done in moving a charge from infinity to the point. So where the potential is V, so potential energy is VQ. Our potential energy in moving from one point to another point, delta V into Q. Q is the charge that is being displaced. Potential energy, you know, electrical energy is a conservative, electrical force is a conservative force. So the work done in moving the charge is independent of the path. It only depends upon the initial and final points. It does not depend upon the path followed. Now today let us talk about the potential energy of the system of charges. Potential energy due to the system of charges there. Now suppose if I consider a system of 2 point charges Q1, Q2 separated by a distance d, then what is the potential energy of the system? Now, so to find the potential energy of the system, let us first imagine a charge Q1 fixed at this point. Now this is at a point A. Now I am considering a point B which is at a distance d. A charge Q2 is brought from infinity and is now placed at the point B. We know the potential at point B due to this charge. Potential due to the first charge at B, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Potential due to a point charge I have written, Q by R. So it's Q1 by D. Potential due to the first charge. The charge is Q1, the distance is D. Now at this point the potential due to this one is V1 and there I am placing Q2. So the work done in moving the charge Q2 from infinity to place here is V1 into Q2. So the work done W is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by D into Q2. So therefore the potential energy of this work done is the potential energy stored. So the potential energy is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by D. Now this is the formula for the potential energy of a system of 2 charges. When there are 2 charges, then the potential energy of the system is given as 1 by 4 pi naught Q1 Q2 by D. Well, second example. Suppose instead of 2 charges, there are 3 charges. 3 charges on the vertices of an equilateral triangle. There are 3 charges on the vertices of equilateral triangle Q1, Q2 and Q3, the side of the triangle A. Now he is asking you to find the potential energy of the system there. What is potential energy? It is the total work done in arranging the system of charges in that configuration. To arrange the 3 charges on the vertices of equilateral triangle in this configuration, the total work done is the potential energy. Now what is the total work done? First let's take up like this. Now let us forget Q2 and Q3. First take Q1. Now in charge Q1 is fixed at point A, for example, right? Point A. Now in the presence of the first charge, I am getting the second charge Q2 from infinity to place it at this point. Now it is a 2 body system. For a two-body system, the potential energy is 1 by 4 epsilon Q1 Q2 by D. So to arrange Q2 in the presence of Q1, the potential energy U1 is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by A. The distance between them is A. Now in the presence of these two charges, I have to get the third charge. Now the third charge Q3 is brought from infinity to place it here. Now Q3, there is interaction between Q1 and Q3 and Q2 and Q3. So there is work done against Q1 and work done against Q2. There is potential energy for the combination of Q1, Q3 and the combination of Q2, Q3. So first, the potential energy for the combination of Q2, Q3, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q2, Q3 by A. And the potential energy for the combination of the work done is potential energy. It's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1, Q3 by A. So the total potential energy is the sum of all. The total potential energy of the system of three charges, total potential energy, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1, Q2 for these two charges, Q2, Q3 for these two charges, and Q1, Q3 for the other two charges by A. This is the formula. Had the distances been different, if it is a scalene triangle, some scalene triangle, suppose this is Q1, this is Q2 and this is Q3, the distances are D1, D2 and D3, suppose, or this is D12, D23 and D13. Then the potential energies, potential energy of all the combinations, the combination of every two charges you have to consider, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught potential energy for the combination of Q1, Q2, it's Q1, Q2 by D12 plus the combination of these two, it's Q2, Q3 by D23 plus the combination of 2 and 3, it's 1 and 3, so it's Q1, Q3 by D13. So this way you find out the potential energy for the combination of three charges. If all the charges are like charges, if it is equilateral triangle and all like charges, so in this one, if Q1 is equal to Q2 equal to Q3 all equal to Q, then the potential energy is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QQ, charges are equal, so Q square plus Q square plus Q square, it's 3Q square by A. So the potential energy for the combination of three identical charges on the vertices of an equilateral triangle, A, charges Q, Q, Q. Now for this combination, the potential energy is like this. So this way you find out the potential energy for the system of charges. Now, when there are two charges, there is the potential energy is 1 by 4 epsilon Q1, Q2 by D. There is only one term like this, Q1, Q2 by D. When there are three charges, there are three terms this way. Three combinations. For three charges, there are three combinations. There are two charges, one combination. If the number of charges increase, then the number of combinations. Had the number of charges had the number of charges been more, so as the number increases, the number of combination increases. So the formula for the number of combinations you have to take. Suppose if there are n such charges, then the number of combinations you have to consider. For n different charges, the number of combinations will be n into n minus 1 by 2. Well, it is nothing but it's combinations. Mathematics, it is NC2 actually. Combinations, permutations and combinations. So NC2, you know NC2 is n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Well, n factor you can write it as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. This cancel. You remain with n into n minus 1 by 2. No, that is the formula. So the number of combinations you have to consider for the n number of charges in the system of charges, then it is n into n minus 1 by 2. For example, let us take an example for it. If there are 4 charges placed on the vertices of a square, right? Fourth example. 4 charges are placed on the vertices of a square like this. Let's suppose all the charges are identical point charges placed on the vertex of a square of side A. Identical point charges capital Q each are placed on the vertices of a square of side A like this. Then he is asking you to find the potential energy of the system of charge. Now there are 4 charges, so you have to take the potential energy of all the combinations. First of all, whenever such problem is given, find out the number of combinations that occur in this problem. So how many combinations occur? There are 4 combinations. So it's 4 into 4 minus 1 by 2. So 2 ones, 2 twos. It's 2 into 4 minus 1, 3, that is 6. So there are 6 combinations. How? The combination of these two, let's suppose they are placed at A, B, C, D like this. The combination of charges at A and B, then the combination of charge at B and C, combination of charge at C and D, and the combination of charges D and A. So these two form one combination 1, these two another, third, fourth, 4 combinations. 4 combinations of charge QQ at a distance A. And the combination on the diagonals, the combination of the charges, opposite charges which lie on the diagonals. The combination of A and C and the combination of B and D. Well, the distance is different, it's not same, right? 2 more, so totally 6 combinations. So what is the potential energy? Potential energy of the system is, first the combination, the identical combination which are adjacent, combination of the system of charges on the adjacent sides. Now for these two, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QQ, it's Q square by A. Similarly, these two, Q square by A, Q square by A, Q square by A. There are 4 such combinations. Next, potential energy due to the combination of charges on the diagonals, opposite charges. So these two, and these two. In a square, the diagonal, if this is A, apply Pythagoras theorem, the length of the diagonal is root 2A. Even this diagonal is also root 2A. Now the potential energy due to the combination on the diagonal, combination of charges on the diagonal, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q square by, charges are Q square by, now the distance between them is root 2A. This is one combination. There is another first AC, for AC it is. Then BD, even for BD also same Q square by root 2A. So total it is into 2. So adding both, so the total potential energy is U1 plus U2. It's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught common. So it's 4Q square by A plus this is 2Q square. It is 2 into Q square. 2Q square by root 2A. Now from this, taking the common things out, the potential energy is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q square, it's Q square by A common, it's 4 plus 2 by root 2, right? Q square by A, I have taken common out, it's 4 plus 2 by root 2. You can even still simplify it by taking multiply by 2 here, divide by 2, 4 common, this 4 you can cancel here, you can still simplify this as U equal to 1 by pi epsilon naught Q square by A bracket 1 plus 1 by 2 root 2 it is. 1 plus 1 by 2 root 2 like this. Now how? Here 4 is cancelled. Now from this one, I have multiplied divided by 2 here. So 2 2 is 4. 4 and 4 here common out 4. Now that 4 is cancelled by this 4. So 1 by pi epsilon Q square by A. 4 has come out, 1 remains. Here also 4 comes, 1 remains. In the denominator 2 root. So that way you can find the potential energy of the 4 charge system. So you can still take, this way you can take it for hexagon, even for the charges lying on a cube. So multiple charges, for any number of charges you can find the potential energy for the system of charge, right? Yeah, there was a beautiful question asked in the previous entrance examination. He has given a question like this. Infinite charges are placed on x-axis. Infinite number of identical charge particles are placed on x-axis at x equal to 1, x equal to 2. Infinite charge particles, identical charge particles are placed at x equal to 1, 2, 4, 8, x equal to 8, like this up to infinity. Infinite number of identical charged particles are placed on x-axis at x equal to 1, 2, 4, 8, up to infinity, like this. Now he is asking to find out the electrical potential, only potential, the potential due to all the system of all these charges at the origin. The potential due to the system of all the charges at the origin. There are again 3 questions in it. If all are positive charges, if all are negative charges, and if they are alternatively positive and negative. Now this was the question that is asked. He is asking you to find out the electric potential at the origin. All positive charges, all negative charges, and alternatively 3 cases. Now first let's consider all are positive charges. Plus all are positive like this. They are arranged on the x-axis at x equal to 1, 2, 4, 8. You see the values, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, so on and so forth up to infinity. He is asking you to find the potential at the origin, VO. Well, I was telling you, electric potential is a scalar. When there are number of charges, the resultant electric potential is the algebraic sum of all the individual potentials. So the resultant potential is the algebraic sum of all the individual potentials. Right? Sigma Vi from I1 to In. Any number, whatever the number, those many numbers, you have to add all. Now, first, what is the potential due to the first charge at the origin? First, let's find out V1. Potential due to the charge at x1 at the origin. Its potential here, since it is positive, the potential is also positive. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, the charge is positive plus q, and its distance from the origin is 1 unit. Well, 1, whatever unit he has given, that unit. So potential due to the charge at x equal to 1. Similarly, let us find the potential due to the charge at x equal to 2. Let it be V2. And even this is also positive. So it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge is again its plus q. Now the distance is 2. Now potential due to the charge at x equal to 4. Let it third charge. So it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. The charge is again positive charge plus q. The distance is 4. So on and so forth. Therefore, now the resultant potential. Well, the resultant potential is the algebraic sum of all the individual potentials. So you have to add V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to infinity. So therefore, VR is potential due to the first one, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, positive charge q by 1. Second one, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, charge q by, it's 2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, charge q by 4 it is. Right? It's 4 up to infinity. Now let me take the common terms out. So taking the common terms, q is common in all, by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. So it's 1 by 1 plus, here 1 by 2 remains. This is 1 by 4. Shall I write 1 by 4 as 1 by 2 square? The next term is q by 8. 1 by 2 cube up to infinity. Now looking at this series, here it is 1. 1 is 1 by 2 power 0. 1 by 2 power 0. 1 by 2 power 1. 1 by 2 power 2. 1 by 2 power 3. It is a geometric progression. Every term when multiplied with half, you will get the second term. 1 into half, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, 1 by 8. So the common ratio is 1 by 2. And every term, the common multiple is 1 by 2. So sum of all the terms, it is infinite series. You know, according to geometric progression, if there is an infinite series AR square, AR cube, up to infinity, then the sum, yes, up to infinite terms, the sum is given as A by 1 minus R for R less than 1. If R is less than 1, sum to infinite terms, sum to infinite, it's A by 1 minus R. So the sum of this geometric series here, this sum you can write as A is the first term, 1 minus R is the common ratio. So substituting here, so the resultant potential is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. A is the first term is 1 by 1 minus the common ratio is 1 by 2, so it's 1 by 2. So you get Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2, it's 1 by 1 by 2, 2 goes up, it's 2Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, right? So Q will go up 2Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the potential when all the charges are positive. For all positive charges, the total potential at the origin due to sum of all the charges, it's 2Q by 4 pi epsilon. Suppose if all the charges are negative, then the potential due to first one would have been minus Q. This is minus, all the terms are minus. So minus Q will be common, the answer would have been minus. So for all positive charge it is plus, for all negative charge it is minus. So the total potential is 2 plus or minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now if the same question is asked, if they are alternatively positive and negative, then what would be the potential? Third case, well, let's consider the first one is positive charge. So this is plus, so potential due to the first 1 by 4 pi naught plus Q by 1. And the second one is negative charge, alternatively positive negative. Third case, then 1 by 4 pi naught minus Q by 2. Now the third one is positively charged, so 1 by 4 pi epsilon plus Q by 4. Fourth one will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by 8. Again the total potential is the algebraic sum, V1 plus V2 plus V3 dot dot dot. Now the first one is plus Q, but the second one is minus Q. Third is plus Q, fourth minus, so on and so forth. Again taking the common terms out, Q is common out. So first one is plus 1, but the second is minus, so this term becomes minus. So 1 in plus into minus, minus it is. Here third one plus into plus, plus it is. Fourth one, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it's minus Q by 8. So plus into minus, you will get it as minus. Alternatively plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus like this. Now then the sum to infinite terms. Now here again the series is plus A minus AR plus this minus AR square, so on and so forth. Now this time the common ratio is minus R. To this when I multiply minus R, I get minus AR. Minus R, minus or minus plus R square. Again minus R cube. Here also the common ratio is minus 1 by 2. 1 into minus 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. Into minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 cube, so on and so forth. So the total potential is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, first term A by 1 minus the common ratio. The common ratio is minus 1 by 2. Well, we will get it as 4 by epsilon naught. It's 1 by 1 minus or minus, it's plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2. So it's Q by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Well, 2 1s, 2 2s. I'll get it as Q by 3 2s, it's 6 pi epsilon naught. It's 6 pi epsilon naught like this, is it? So therefore, when all the charges are positive, we got the answer as Q by 2 pi epsilon naught. When they are alternatively positive and negative, the net potential is Q by 6 pi epsilon naught. Well, the first one is positive, so the answer will be positive. If the first one is negative, the answer will be negative. Based on the first charge, the potential will exist. Thank you.